Hey guys, it's time for the question of the week. Today's question comes from practically every way possible. I've been getting this question so much from so many people, and it's no wonder. It's a very apropos question and good for this time. And it is: isolation is making me crazy. What can I do? And yes, isolation is making everyone crazy. If you're on lockdown, sequestered, isolated, which is probably like a good part of the world right now, um, uh, you know, even if you're not on a twin flame journey, people who are isolated, not on a twin flame journey, are, it's making them crazy too. It makes them feel lonely and it makes them feel anxious and panicky, like they're missing something, like what are they going to do? And here's why for that, just for everyone, twin flame journey or not. Um, People cannot be alone with themselves. Why? Because they can't stand themselves enough to do that. Honestly, that's it. They can't stand their own company because they do not love themselves enough to be alone with themselves or at all, really. No one really learns how to love themselves. Self care and stuff like that is different from self love. And yes, for those who've asked about that, I will be doing another video about that soon. But, you know, people really don't have any idea or clue what it means to love themselves. And, that is the whole point of the twin flame journey. So if you're on a twin flame journey and experiencing a twin flame journey, um, like be appreciative, be grateful, because now's the time where you really learn how to love yourself, where other people out there just haven't been given that opportunity to even learn yet. The whole point of the twin flame journey is to actually love yourself and to learn what that is. And so everyone out there who can't be alone with themselves because they really don't love themselves and they can't stand themselves, and think about it. Do you want to be alone with someone that you really don't love or like or can't stand? No. So, everyone out there who's in isolation and sequestered and locked down, whether or not they're in a twin flame journey, they are not dealing well with isolation. The biggest fear for everyone is to be alone. Okay? So, we have that already. But if you are experiencing a twin flame journey, I mean, you're hit with a double whammy here, right? Because when your twin flame left, even before you were in isolation, and you still had your career to go to, your business to run, your friends to travel and hang out with and shop with, and your gym and spa and soul cycle classes to attend, right? You at least had distractions and you were able to do that. But even during those times, you felt really lonely, right? I mean, let's face it, your twin flame blocked you, or you were stuck in like that whole revolving door thing with your twin flame, or your twin flame has been using your heart and your life as a revolving door, coming and going, and each time going, causing you more and more heartbreak and heartache, and every time feeling like they took a piece of you, a piece of your soul out of you. And so right there, that emptiness that you already are experiencing when you're on a twin flame journey, from your twin flame seemingly leaving you, right? You already are feeling lonely. You're feeling lonely and crazy because no one understands what you're going through, right? I mean, your friends don't. I mean, how could they? No one really in the twin flame community out there understands what's going on, because if they did, they wouldn't be talking about tarot card readings and collectives and DM, DF, all that kind of stuff, and just putting like labels on everything like that. No, that's not what this journey is about. Nobody really understands it, and when you find someone who does, I mean, that's amazing. That can right there go a long way. So, you're already feeling lonely. And then, of course, you're already also feeling very anxious and panicky, right? Because of the obsessive thoughts that keep running through your mind. Like, what is my twin flame doing? Who are they with? Why aren't they contacting me? All that other thing. And then, of course, we engage in trying to want to what? Follow up on our twin flame, stalk our twin flame, whether in person or through online or whatever, right? And so those are the typical distractions we use. And everyone in isolation right now, twin flame journey or not, they have to have distractions. It's not like they're sitting there, still in their own stillness, meditating, or just being at one with themselves, or being present, or anything like that. They are all using distractions. They're all online. They're all like playing video games. They're watching, like binging on Netflix, whatever they're doing, right? But they're all doing that. Everyone's being distracted. That maybe if they're alone with themselves and being distracted, you think they're being alone and liking it, but that's not really being with yourself, right? Distraction is not mindfulness. It's not presence. It's not being there. Distractions are really mindlessness. They are unconscious actions, right? So when you're lost in like a TV show, or you're lost in a movie, or you're, surfing the internet, or playing games, or Candy Crush, or whatever it is, that's mindlessness. Really, to be alone with yourself, and actually to be with anyone or anything, you need to be present. And that's often called mindfulness, but it's really presence. It's stillness. It's not being distracted. It's just the opposite. It's not being distracted by external things. It's going within, right? And so, one of the biggest lessons you learn on the twin flame journey is you learn how to shift into that inner being of you permanently. Not so that you have to sit there and do meditation or anything like that. You are permanently shifted there. And so you're already there, and you're already in a space of calm with yourself, always with yourself. And so you are able to be not lonely. You don't feel lonely. You're fulfilled. You're full. You're whole, because you are full and whole. And you're not anxious, because you're totally at peace and calm. And that feeling of peace and calm and fullness, and that you're enough, that right there is the state of being of love. And that is how you love yourself. You shift into that state. And that, of course, is the whole point and purpose of the twin flame journey. And of course, when you shift in that state with yourself, you shift in that state. That state is your twin flame, because that's the same exact energy and space that you share. You share the energetic space of your soul, which is pure love. So, having said that, you were hit with a double whammy if you're on this twin flame journey, and I get that. I know, I understand. All of my students understand, and we all understand. Um, you know, you can't stand to be alone, yet you feel so lonely, because no one understands you. You can't talk to anyone about it, but yet, you feel like you're going to burst at the seams, because you just want to know what your twin flame is doing, or saying, or thinking, or feeling, and with whom. Um, and when we are in the throes of the twin flame journey like that, and our fear-based energy is just like going, off the walls, our we on that journey at that point tend to distract ourselves by doing things we really shouldn't. The things that are going to feed our fear-based energy, which is stalk our twin flame. If we have time on the internet, which now we do, because we're not, running our businesses, we're not going shopping, we're not going on trips, we're not spending days at the spa. We have more time just to sit at home. And instead of reflecting within, our fear-based energy wants us to reflect out, and always focus, as always, on the physical form of our twin flame and what they are doing. And so, what is the number one distraction most people on a twin flame journey right now are doing in isolation? They are scrolling through the internet, stalking all their twin flame social media pages, and everything like that. So, if you are doing that, no judgment. Of course, you are probably. I mean, or your thoughts have gone there, and they're probably building up to get you to do that. That's your fear-based energy. You do not want to feed it. You do not want to indulge it. You do not want to placate it. You really don't. And this is the time. This time in isolation, and it's really for everyone, but especially if you're on a twin flame journey, your soul, in conjunction with the universe, has orchestrated this. It's given you this time to be still, to slow down, to stop your hectic careers and traveling everywhere, just doing all your fun, cool, fabulous stuff, to slow down and really take stock of you and what is going on within you. And the twin flame journey in itself is is the indicator that, hey, something's going on here. And it, if you're resonating with this, that's what it's doing. Something's going on here that I need to pay attention to. Something different than with anything else. This isn't some normal kind of heartbreak. This isn't some normal kind of relationship, right? This is something different. And so right there, that's, usually the signal that, hey, I got to start focusing on something, turn within and really focus and see what's going on within myself. But, majority of people on the twin flame journey do not do that. So right now, your soul, in conjunction with the entire universe, is now flashing the neon sign like, hey, slow down, be still, focus on yourself. There's a reason you're going through this. Everything happens for a reason. This is the time. Now your soul is giving you the time, when you didn't have it before, to really stop and be with yourself and learn how to love yourself, which is the point of this journey. Every single one of my students, And I'm included in this. When we all started our journeys, we were all like in despair. We were all so lonely. We weren't maybe in physical isolation, but we felt isolated, right? Because no one understood us. No one, our twin flames weren't there. They weren't checking on us. They weren't seeing if we were okay, even though it wasn't a time of worldwide crisis like now. But still, everyone wants to hear from the person that they think that, they have the best connection in the world with, right? And that they're constantly thinking about and constantly obsessing about. And we've all been there. We have all been there. I was on the floor like that in despair for 6 months. Um, but what's really, really great is that the whole point of this journey is to get out of there permanently. You will never be back there again. And, when I met my teacher and then now I help my students, and we go through this process, and this process we take them through takes them from being on the floor, feeling lonely, feeling upset. And it happens within the first couple weeks. They just feel so much more like revived. It's almost like, a deflated, like floaty from the pool or something, or a balloon on the floor. It's just deflated and just in so much like despair and just useless and laying there. And then it's almost like as soon as you like start the process, it gets life gets breathed back into them, right? And they just come alive again. And it's just so beautiful and only progressively gets better and better. We've been hearing from all of our students in our Magnetize Your Twin Flame coaching program this week have been just so surprised at themselves and so proud of themselves, really, really expecting and anticipating that being in isolation and being in lockdown, they would have gone crazy. They would have just lost their shit. But no, they have all just been reporting to us that they are feeling so amazing. They're so proud of themselves. They're doing awesome, and they're loving this time of slowing down. I love it. All of our coaches love it. We've all been where you are, and we are loving being in isolation. We love being with ourselves. We self-isolate even when we don't have to self-isolate. We choose this because we are our best company. We are our favorite people because we are ourselves and we love ourselves. And that's where you need to be in this journey. You have to be your favorite person in the world. You have to be everything to yourself. It's like, the way people describe falling in love with someone when they say that, the romantic sonnets and everything, like they are their everything. They are, the life that they breathe, the air that they breathe, whatever. That's how this journey gets you to that place with yourself. And that's how you need to be before you can be that way with anyone else, including the physical form of your twin flame. And with the physical form of your twin flame, and only with the physical form of your twin flame, once you do get to that space within yourself, that's when they just come right in. Again, your soul brings them back in. So, it's the paradox there is that you need to let go of wanting to be with the twin flame or anyone else, or needing to feel like you have to have other people around you or other things distracting you or anything. If you just are enough for yourself, right there in that space is when it all comes to you, including the physical form of the twin flame. But you have to get to that point first, and of course that means not doing it to be with the physical form of the twin flame. Right? You can't trick yourself. And so that's where it really does get tricky. And that's where everyone does need the help and the coaching. And, if you're resonating with this at all, schedule a free call. The link is below here. We're here to help you. You can schedule a free call with someone on our team. They will map out for you exactly what to do in your situation. They'll form a plan for you. And then you can even see if we can help you. If we can help you and you can become one of our students in our Magnetize Your Twin Flame coaching program. There's no need to be lonely or sad in this time. There's no need. I mean, yes, it's a scary world out there and there's so much fear-based energy out there, but there's no need to have your own internal fear-based energy fed up even more here. This is your opportunity to take the time when you have it now from your otherwise usually busy, crazy, hectic life. This is your soul and the universe working together to give you the space to really focus on this journey and to really, hit you over the head and flash the neon signs and be like, now is the time. It's the most perfect time. This is the time for all of you, everyone on the twin flame journey, to really just invest in yourself and take the time that you're given and use it wisely instead of wasting it away, on external distractions or, feeding your fear-based energy even more. Because the more you feed it, the more lonely and the more anxious and the more panicky you're going to feel. Maybe not in that moment that you're feeding it because it's getting fed, but then as soon as you stop, it's going to want more and more and more. That's how it works. It's an addict with its drug of choice. This is the time. Detox, rehab, and really start your journey. Start your journey in a serious way. Not just talking about it online, not just bitching about it, not just feeling sorry for yourself. This is the time. This is a gift, and use it that way. So again, if this resonates with you at all, schedule your free call. We have team members to help you, at least figure out what to do in this instance, where you are in your situation, and then you can see if we can help you and you're a good fit for the Magnetize Your Twin Flame coaching program. The link is below this video, and there's a new video with that as well. So definitely check it out, and be well, be calm, love yourself, and have an amazing weekend, guys. We'll see you next week. Lots of love.